Okay, so for our language dive, we're going to be looking at paragraph 3 on page 4 of One Well. It says, so whether you are turning on a faucet in North America, pulling water from a well in Kenya, or bathing in a river in India, it is all the same water. And because it is all connected, how we treat the water in the well will affect every species on the planet, including us, now and for years to come. So we will be participating in language dives to dig deeper into the text and look at different types of sentence structures. All right, so this is the sentence or the section we will be looking at. And because it is all connected, how we treat the water in the well will affect every species on the planet, including us, now and for years to come. So, can you figure out why the author wrote and? Correct. And links the sentence to the previous sentence and signals that there is additional information coming. So, and could be replaced with additionally or furthermore, and it would only slightly change the meaning. But and is mainly to signal that it is connecting, kind of like linking arms or connecting hands. Okay, how we treat the water in the well. Take a look at this chunk, how we treat the water in the well. So as you can see on your pictures, or on your screen, there are pictures of different types of water within the well. So this one right here, we kind of have a stream. And over here, we have some glaciers along with an ocean. And we have a snowflake right here. Just a couple of the many different examples of water in the well. So, what is this chunk about? Correct. How we're treating the water in the well. Now, when we say the water in the well, what does that refer to? Yes, it refers to the water on Earth. Now take a look at this chunk, how we treat the water in the well. Okay, what are two nouns here? Yes, water and well. Okay, those function as the nouns in this sentence. Water tells the thing being discussed, and well tells the place where the water is. So that makes them both nouns. Now make sure you go to your sentence or your questions, and you can answer those questions either now or when this video is over. Okay, this would be your question 1. All right, so what does this chunk tell us? Okay, so it is telling us that how is very important, okay? That is used to ask a question, but it is letting us know the effect on something. So in this chunk, it is letting us know the effect that we have, and the something would be on the water. So the effect that we would have on the water. All right, so let's take a look at the next chunk. Will affect every species on the planet. Who will be affected by how we treat the water in the well? Correct. Every species on the planet is who will be affected by the way that we treat the water in the well. Okay, so right here, species and planet function as our nouns. Okay, they are telling us, the species tells us the living things that will be affected, and planet tells us the place where the species are. Okay, Now, you will also have a question about this chunk on your question sets. So make sure you go back and answer that. You can either do that now or you can do that when you finish this video. All right, moving on to the next chunk, including us. Can you figure out why the author wrote including us? Correct. The author inserts this phrase to emphasize that humans are part of every species on the planet, and therefore we will also be affected by the way we treat the water on the earth, potentially inciting us to be more thoughtful on our treatment. Us refers to all humans. Next chunk, now and for years to come. When will we be affected by how we treat the water? Yes, for years to come. For years to come suggests a very long time. Since the water is all connected, we will be affected not only now, but for many, many years into the future. Okay, so if we place years right here is also going to be part of speech or the noun. This is telling us the timing. All right, so if we take out some of these chunks and put the second chunk, the third chunk, and the last chunk together, which says, let's see, because it is all, because it is all connected, how we treat the water in the well, now and for years to come. So when we put those all together, what are other ways to say the meaning of these chunks together? Yeah, there are a couple different ways we could do this. We could say that how we treat the water in the well, which is all the water connected, is going to affect all of us for years to come. There are lots of different ways we can switch this around and change this to get the same meaning. Is there another way you can think of? Yes, you can also do something like changing it to water. Like because the water is all connected, how we treat it in the well will affect us now and for years to come. Okay, so sometimes changing phrases like it, okay, those pronouns, to what we're talking about, to the noun, can also change the way that we say these sentences. We are also going to look at the phrase, because it is all connected. What does this chunk, because it is all connected, tell us? Yes, it refers to the water in the well. So what it is meaning is that all of the water in the world originates from one source, which is the reason that every species will be affected by how we treat water. All right, then how we treat the water in the well. Okay, that's the next phrase we're going to take a look at, how we treat the water in the well. So this is where we talk again, how we treat the water in the well, are two nouns. So this is what is telling us, this is what, because it is all connected, that is where we figure out the it is the water, okay? Where that water is from, it's in the well, okay? So remember that those are your two nouns. All right. So all together, and because it is all connected, how we treat the water in the well will affect every species on the planet, including us, now and for years to come. Your last question on this language dive is going to be in your question set, which is going to ask you to write that sentence in your own words. So go ahead and you may continue on with your slideshow, take some time to go back and get into your question set and answer all the questions about the language dive.